Hey guys, I'm John Carrick, the author of Legacy of a Mad Scientist and Legend of Ashley Fox, amazing science fiction fantasy novels for you guys on Amazon, Smashwords, and here on YouTube as audiobooks for you to listen to. I am almost done with my third novel. Ashley is just a guest character. I'm over 90,000 words now, so I'm doing pretty good, and I got some more art done. This is a cleaned up version of the one I showed you guys the other day. She's getting there. This is Desdemona. She's not a serial killer. She's like Constantine. She can see demons and she knows how to do exorcisms, only she's non-denominational. She's a non-denominational exorcist. This was the picture I showed you guys the other day that you can't really see what's going on. And here's the second one where you can't really see what's going on. This is her taking off all her jewelry and putting on goggles and rubber gloves to go back and do an exorcism in a home where the homeowner is possessed. So I'm having an awesome time. I hope you guys are having a good holiday season. And today I have some more Conan books that we are going to do. I've got a big stack of them here. Let's see how many I dropped. So we are going to get to Red Nails, but it's really big. This, and look at how pretty this is. This is printed in 1983 on better paper. So this is going to be fun. Maybe do this tomorrow, maybe next weekend. I don't know when. It's a big book. We might have to do this in pieces. I don't know how many pages this is, but it's a lot. More than 40, I would say. And we've also got Conan the Barbarian King Size Special. And then we've got these new Conans. Check this out. Oh, and I forgot to mention this yesterday. On the second page of Conan 22, which is actually a reprint of number 1 by Barry Windsor Smith, they put a little bit down here and at the bottom, a little secret message: war is hell, believe it. Their book was late. Vietnam had just ended. We did this. We have this coming. And I don't have this whole series. This, I think, is the battle at Venarium. So I said I wanted this, and I have it. And then we've got this. This is number 13, I think, in series. We have both of these. This is a series I only have 2 of. And eventually we are going to get to this. I don't have any John Mayland stuff, but I do have Inglorious Rex. And I haven't read it yet. We will. But I really want to say nice things. This was the thing that was bothering me about doing modern books is, what if I don't like it? I don't want to hurt these guys' feelings. I felt terrible because I reviewed Wrecked Planet. It was a Wrecked Planet before Blood Honey. And I had all this horrible criticism for Ethan. He's a magnificent artist. My art doesn't compare. My art is cartoony compared to his stuff. But today we are doing Secret number 2. I really hope this is going to get better. And I don't know who the fuck I was kidding. It's just like number 1. This is the beginning. This is written or drawn by Ryan Bodenheim, and written by Jonathan Hickman, and nothing happens. Their father is obviously a gangster criminal who thinks he's Yakuza. These kids have been in some way arrested for shoplifting. Their father paid off the police, and now they're about to be punished. And he tells his son to put his hand on the table, and he takes out this big knife. And so now this is interesting, right? He tells his son to put his hand on the table, and he takes out this big knife. These kids really can't believe their dad's going to cut their son's finger off. Now we only get the bottom of the table. And it looks like the son's finger. It's facing the way the son's finger was facing, isn't it? Yeah, right? It looks like a little boy's finger. The father should have cut off his own finger if he wanted to do this. He's not Yakuza, and this isn't Assassin's Creed. So, this is just dumb. And the lesson of the moral of the story is never get caught. Not don't steal. He says, what? Do you get the lesson? And this kid says, don't steal. And he says, don't get caught. Now here we are back in, I guess, modern times, right? I barely remember what happened in the last one. Oh, here we get some special agents out working at the range. And they banter back and forth. This is the FBI agent who he had break into that law firm. And she delivers a message to him. This is that guy Grant who is running the secret, basically like a spy company, a secret agent company, a security company. Blackwater was the name of the one that I couldn't remember the other day. Timothy Prince, who's a Jew, owned Blackwater. Triple Canopy is owned by another company. And so here he has a meeting. Is this guy? So Grant gets called into his boss's office. And here the fallout for, in the other issue, there was a shootout in a place called London. A shootout in London with some unnamed characters. The only salient point was the word Kodiak. That's exactly what comes up here. So this guy Grant is in trouble for that, and it is being assigned. He is not being given the job. It's being assigned to this bearded, goateed guy. The younger partner is being given Grant's job, and he's upset about it. He's told to work on what he's working on. And this is where the story kind of starts, but it's not really interesting yet. All we know is that Grant's being muscled at work and from the outside. Yeah, okay, so it's a lot of meaningless chatter is what I would call this issue. Grant goes into the office. He's in trouble for something that happened a continent away. His junior partner gets the new investigation, and he's left out in the cold by the senior partner, who is this guy with the white hair. Here, Grant goes back to his office and is served divorce papers, or he knew they were coming. And then he has to go pick up his brother, who is getting out of prison. So this is one of the brothers who got their finger cut off. I didn't see which one it was. Also, this guy is being given some Omega bullet. And there's some cryptic words about whether or not they're going to kill Grant. But Grant takes the hood off of his nice car and takes his nice car to pick up his brother who's getting out of jail. I believe that Grant is the older one, and the brother who just got out of prison is the younger one. So the brother got caught, apparently, and Grant lost a finger. I haven't seen a hand where he's missing a finger. Oh, here it is. So there he is, holding his hand where he's missing his pinky, right? And I don't care. That's the problem. I don't care. I don't care. Give me a reason to care. That's your job as the writer, is to give me a reason to care. Otherwise, I just got my money's worth with the art. And you phoned in the writing. You phoned in the story. So that's this. What else do I have to talk about? We have some conflicted cards here. I'm not excited about any of these. I'll just be honest with you. Okay, this first one, the Eight of Hearts, is one that we have been over before. This one is, so this first one, the Eight of Hearts, I think this is one we've talked about before. I know we have, because I talked about how Jesse James once gave a landlady all the money she needed to pay off her mortgage and then robbed the landlord because he was behind on his rent. In this one, you're behind on your rent and the EMP has gone off and the landlord says you've got 3 days to get current or I'll throw you out. What do? Do you kill him? Do you pay the rent and then steal it back? Who cares? You shouldn't even be living there. If it's the end of the world, you're gonna need to leave anyhow. Don't pay him. He's not going to get the sheriff. If the EMP's gone off, the sheriff's going to have other things to do 3 days from now. Believe me, that's an empty threat. The next one is... the King of Spades. One of your friends has been paralyzed from the neck down. He's done. He's done. One of my friends, wasn't one of my friends, the toughest kid that I went to school with, I'm not going to name the city or state, and I'm not going to name the kid. He got into some tough shit in his 20s, and apparently jumped off a train and broke his neck and died of complications of being paralyzed. Apparently he was robbing the train, and when you're paralyzed from the neck down, most people die of complications, like being a heroin addict. Most heroin addicts go back to the juice and go back to whatever you call it, the horse, the H, and die of a heroin overdose. So if your friend is dead from the neck down, your friend at the end of the world, if I was dead from the neck down, I could either starve to death or one of my friends could put me out of my misery. He's asking you to kill him. And would you tell him no? This one is the interesting one. This is the Queen of Clubs. And this is Conflicted Deck 1. A traveling witch doctor has come through your village and is offering to buy deceased people's livers for silver and gold. What do you do? Do you sell him? Do you go out and become a ghoul and harvest diseased livers and gold, diseased livers to sell for silver and gold, which are relatively also worthless? You know, you should be doing something like making soap or making gunpowder or making explosives that people are bringing resources to you. You don't want a job harvesting dead bodies. If anything, harvest that ghoul and take whatever he's got on him, and that would be it. Kill him though. Don't ever. There's a saying, I believe this was Machiavelli, if you're going to do an injury to a man, make it so severe that you need not fear his vengeance. So if you're going to rob somebody, don't leave them around to come back and kill you tomorrow. Don't be a stupid, if you're going to be a criminal, do not be a stupid criminal. Otherwise, help people. Try and find that guy a job where he's not going around collecting diseased livers. Make him part of your community. That's a lost soul. What can you do to help that person? And that's what it comes down to. The 3 most important words in the English language. Can I help? So I'm doing pretty good. I need to write some more. Everyone's doing draw streams, Shelby, Ethan, so I'm going to watch that for a bit. It seems all of the news, everything going on with Syria, it's all bad news. Just remember, if you can't name the tyrant to other people, at least name them in your heart. You should know who you're facing by now. Who are the enemy of your people? Who wants to rule over you? Some people want you to be away from them, and some people want to rule over you. Look up the Kalergi plan. See you guys tomorrow.